Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable men look in grocery stores and shopping malls? Like they can't wait to leave? There's actually a reason for that. These places weren't designed for men, they were designed for women. And not just women, but women and their children. That's not even me being dramatic, that's literally how society used to be set up. Back then, men went to work. They had their world, factories, offices, construction sites, farms, wherever their skills were needed. And women, we stayed at home. But that didn't mean doing nothing. We were the ones running the household, raising children, and yeah, keeping the community alive. Grocery stores, department stores, laundromats, these weren't neutral spaces. They were spaces built for women to keep their families thriving. If you went to a mall in the 1960s, it was full of mothers with strollers, kids with ice cream, and women picking out clothes or home goods. It was a safe environment because the balance of society kept it that way. Men didn't hate those places back then because they weren't there. It wasn't their world. That setup gave women a sense of safety. Just think about it. When it's mostly women and children in a space, the risk of confrontation is low. Mothers look out for each other's kids. Neighbors recognize neighbors. Honestly, I'm not a confrontational person. If a man gives me an order, I tend to follow it. I don't like conflict. And in a society where women mostly shared those public spaces together, that was okay. I didn't have to feel like I was going to be challenged or cornered. But today, that same personality trait, being non-confrontational, trusting, can be dangerous because this setup that used to protect us has been flipped upside down. Fast forward to now, the workplace is mixed, public spaces are mixed, the old roles have blurred, and with that blur came the loss of natural boundaries that once gave women safety. That's why men walk into a grocery store today and feel like aliens. They're in a place that was never built for them, but now they're expected to fit in. And for women, we don't have the same safe space anymore. What used to feel like community now feels unpredictable. You see it in the rise of crime in public spaces, the lack of courtesy, the absence of that old neighborhood watch mentality. When you take the old structure away, you don't just get freedom, you also lose the protections that structure gave us. I'm not saying that the past was perfect. I know people will jump in with, but women didn't have careers, or, but men abused power. Yes, those things were real, but the part that nobody wants to admit is society was designed with purpose. Men worked, women maintained the home front, and the public spaces reflected that. It wasn't random, it was ordered. And when you have order, you have safety. The question we need to ask ourselves is, has dismantling that order truly given us progress, or has it made us more vulnerable? For me, I feel it every time I step into the world. I don't like confrontation. I don't want to second guess whether a man giving me an order is safe to listen to or not. I miss the days when women had spaces made for us and our children, when the setup of society itself was protection. Maybe it's time we stop pretending that tearing down old structures automatically means progress, because sometimes what we lost was worth more than what we gained.